Hi, today I'm going to talk about something that you are very much a culprit of doing. Alright, so here's the situation. You are in a conversation, you're speaking to somebody in English, and what you're doing is you are framing a sentence in your head while the other person is talking to you, and you're not listening to him or her. You are busy constructing your own sentence in your head, and as your turn comes to speak, what you do is you blurt out word to word everything that you constructed in your head right then. So what you're doing is you are, instead of paying attention to what the other person is saying to you, you are busy framing your response in your mind. This is something that I have observed in a lot of English learners. This is what they do. When they are in a conversation where people are speaking in English, they are scared that when their turn comes, they are going to fumble, they're going to make mistakes, they're going to make a mockery of themselves. So instead of taking that chance, instead of showing bravery and actually paying attention to the conversation that's going on, what they do is they start framing their sentence in their head. And that is what keeps them busy. I'm not going to lie, I used to do that earlier. Now I don't. This video is going to solve that problem for you. I have a few suggestions for you. Those suggestions are going to work for you because they worked for me. And if you follow my instructions, you can actually see yourself getting out of this problem little by little. Won't happen like this. Won't happen like this. It's going to take you time, but it will happen. Okay, so let's get started. What to do and how to take care of this. See, the idea behind doing this video is to make you aware that you are doing this. You are indulging into this habit of framing your sentences in your head, preparing your responses, and then speaking them out word by word. Now this is A. B is that you're not alone. A lot of us do that when we are learning. But if it is normal and a lot of people are doing it, should we continue doing this? And if we continue doing this, will we ever be able to improve? That is what I'm going to talk about now. So my first suggestion is that it is okay and it is not okay at the same time. It is okay because English is not your mother tongue. English is your second language, right? But it is not okay because it is unnatural. This is an unnatural way of speaking, right? Second, it is too effortful. It puts you under stress. It puts you under pressure, right? And third, it brings about inefficiency in your language. So these are the reasons why it is not okay. And now, since it is not okay, we've got to do something about it. Let's talk about that now. Now, since we realize it is not okay and we do realize that we are doing it, this is the time we do something about it. So first step towards solving a problem is to acknowledge the problem, which you just did. You just did that you are doing this. So now we are scared. We'll fumble, we'll make a fool of ourselves, we'll not be able to come up with words in a natural way, the way a sentence or a language should be spoken, right? This is what happens to us. All right, we've acknowledged that there is a problem, we need to work on it. Now, the second step towards solving a problem is that you realize that nothing can be tackled instantly. We need to start working on them, and once we start working on them, after acknowledging them, they fade away percentage by percentage. Every day we progress. Every day our effort is going up and a problem is coming down. Effort rising, problem falling. First, be ready to handle it. Do not escape from it. Escapism is worst. Okay, I know I have a problem. I do not have the guts to solve it. No, this way you can never solve any of your life's problems. So first is acknowledging, second is realizing that I cannot be perfect at it on day one. I need to work on it day by day. So when you're talking to somebody, the goal of communication is to exchange the ideas. You listen to them, you respond, you say something, they respond. But when you're dropping off from that conversation and you're more in your head, constructing the sentences, what you're doing is you're not paying attention. You're not listening to what they have to say. So your focus should always be on the meaning of the words, on the ideas that are being expressed in the conversation. Be present. Be more aware. You have to be present in the conversation, listening, actively listening to what they have to say to you. Because A, it is bad manners, and B, it is not something that you can sustain. It's not possible that you go on like this forever. So start working on something that is sustainable, something that actually can work for you. It will never ever put you in a position where you feel confident about your English. Why? Because more than speaking, you're thinking in English. Now you may say, Madam, we understand what you're saying makes sense, but we are unable to do it. How to handle this? I am just not able to construct a sentence. Hold on. When you were thinking and making up a sentence in your head, were you not able to make a sentence? You were the same person doing that. So if you can do that in your head, why can't you do that outside your head? Why can you not do it on the fly? See, I'm telling you, the problem is only with your fear. It is the same person, it is the same you who's making up that sentence in your head. So you already know the art of construction of sentence. You're already doing it. It's just that you're not able to face the fear of fumbling, fear of making mistakes, and that is why you rehearse before you speak. So please understand, you already know the words, you already know the construction, you already know the grammar, you already know your words. All you have to do is, instead of rehearsing here, start speaking. I understand initially it's not going to be easy, but if you start practicing, it will come naturally to you. I make videos in English. English is not my mother tongue. It's obviously my second language. How am I able to speak English on the camera just like that? Was I born this way? I wasn't born this way. I have had practice of my own. I've taken my time. And that is how I am being able to do it. You will also be able to do it. I'll give you my own example. I have already spoken of this example of mine a few times earlier in a few of my videos. I used to be so scared of flying. I never enjoyed sitting in the planes. I really wanted to travel. And that is why this fear of flying was not consistent with my idea of traveling the world. If you want to travel, you have to fly, right? So now the thing was that I was in this chicken and egg problem. What to do? So I started working on my problem. I started working on it psychologically, because this is a psychological problem. Yeah, this is a psychological problem. The problem of fear of flying, right? I started working on it. And trust me, I see some great improvement at it now. Like, I'm really far ahead of where I used to be. I can more or less confidently say that I am no more scared of flying. And I was terribly bad at it. Like, I've scratched people's wrists sitting next to me. Somebody who would sit next to me in the seat on a plane, I would just hold their hand and twist it like a mad woman. That's how I used to behave. I've done that with my friends. I've done that with strangers, because I had no control over my feelings. And today, I'm very much okay. I'm pretty far ahead of where I used to be. It's all psychological, yeah. Start working on it and you can get over it. Okay? So, focus on the idea, thing you want to express. Focus on the thought. Take your time. You don't have to rush through your words. Take your time. Relax. Okay? Don't put unnecessary fear in your head. Do not remind yourself that I am still a learner, I'm not good at this. Do not remind yourself of this. Just tell yourself that no, you can do this. You can do this. You'll be able to handle this. Just try it for once or twice. Just try, right? So just focus on the idea. Remind yourself of what you want to speak, of the idea that you want to deliver, and then let the words automatically pour from your mouth. Okay? Let them come out naturally. If there are pauses, all right. No worries. Take your pauses. Okay? We are free. We can wait. Right? Do not put unnecessary pressure on your mind. It kills the efficiency of your communication skills. It may take time. Give it time. Nobody's expecting fast results. Take your time. But do not delay in putting in efforts in the right direction. And this is the right direction. Let the words come out automatically. Okay? So that was all in the video today. I've expressed everything I wanted to. I feel if you start working on it from now, you will see some improvement happening with you in the next 1 week. I'm very sure of that. Just try it. Try it for 1 week and let me know in the comments if it works for you. Okay. Also, I have this great Spotify podcast of my own. Please visit my podcast. I'll leave the link in the description of the video. Go visit the podcast. Check my audios out. Those audios are exclusive. I do not upload them anywhere else. So you can find some fun new content over there. And follow the podcast if you want to stay in touch. I upload one podcast every Thursday. Okay, I'll see you soon again. Please take care of yourself.